Welcome back to Daytime Live. Now, Netania Mundell gained popularity through her YouTube series, NetsChat Podcast, before actually stepping away to pursue a master's degree in integrated marketing at the well-known, popular NYU, that's New York University. And she's now a graduate, and she's joining us. Hi, Netania, to discuss her decision to step away from content creation and just some of the realities of postgraduate study. Hello, gorgeous.
Hi.
And that voice strong, man. All right, Netania, first of all, congratulations on earning a master's degree. That's a big feat. A lot of us don't have it. But what does this achievement mean to you, especially being the first in your family, in your bloodline, to receive such honors?
It means a lot, especially in a time where, people are pushing back on school and saying college is a scam. It does mean a lot to me to empower women, not only in my family, but just on the internet where I'm posting, to see what hard work, really gives you, and just a sense of pride on, I don't know, having your own and just being well educated in this world. And it's a very eye-opener. It's a very eye-opening feeling, just to be experiencing new things, people from different cultures, professors who, think you're incredibly smart. And then also, people finding out you're Jamaican in these spaces. So that actually does give you a good energy boost.
Nice. Netania, I like how you sneak in the part that said professors who think you're really very smart. I like it. Yes, girl. So, I was wondering, you were so successful with your YouTube series, and then you decided to pause and, pursue postgraduate study. Why? After being so good at it and doing so well, some people wondering, why would you pause?
So I didn't actually pause. I stopped 100%. I just had to make that very clear, because when you say pause, people will be in my DM saying, when is that shot coming back?
Right.
No. But I paused or stopped it because I wanted to pursue my career very seriously, and I didn't want to split my time between content creation and marketing, which is something I really fought hard to get into, because I do have my undergrad degree in accounting. And so when I used to go in, interviews, they would say, what does, someone with an accounting degree really know about marketing, back in the day, when I just graduated. So I thought that being very intentional with my career would definitely put me on the right trajectory to, achieving all the things that I want, whether it's, here in the US or back home when I was in Jamaica.
All right, so what made you decide to choose NYU out of all the universities, right? You could probably even go to UA, stay out here and probably continue your studies, but why NYU?
So I was already living in New York at the time. I decided to go to NYU, and it wasn't really about the school. It was more so about the program. So I looked at a few different programs across the entire, I wouldn't say state, but the entire city, because I work in the city as well. So I was looking at Columbia. I was also looking at CUNY, which is a city university, and I was looking at NYU, but I was focusing on what the program had to offer me. And at the time, I wanted to do marketing analytics, and the Columbia one, they only wanted 40 people in that class, and it was too rigorous. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing marketing science. I'm more of a very whimsical girl. Right. I love fun, I love creativity. And the NYU one was integrated marketing, and I did have the option to do my concentration in marketing analytics. So I'll be learning everything while in my final year, third semester, focus on the analytics part of it specifically.
So, what I'm wondering, Netania, because you said something really interesting. Your undergraduate degree is in accounting. And you said you worked really hard to get into marketing. And for tell you the truth, I can't really see for real how the two work. And there are a lot of people who probably did an undergraduate degree and they're like, this is not really what I want to do. Could you walk us through that process and the decision and the transition and how you did it? Some kind of advice to encourage somebody else.
So I will always say you have to be prepared for when opportunity comes because it's gonna come, and it may not feel like it because truthfully, I was unemployed for 6 months after
Wow.
leaving UA because I knew I wanted to be in marketing, right? And I know not a lot of people have that privilege. I didn't even have that privilege, but I did believe, in myself a lot. And during those 6 months, I did so many marketing certifications, anything that seemed interesting enough to me. I think I have about 13 certifications in marketing right
Wow.
now. I know. I spent months just like working on it, doing my own pace. And then truthfully, I also did some freelance marketing as well, just to help people out, just so that I could build my portfolio as well. So when I did finally land my job in marketing, I did have these things to prove. So I had the certifications. I had, just like helping people out. I think I did marketing for like a party. Like so I did it for a party, but when I went into that interview room, I was able to show the things that I did during
Yes.
those 6 months and I got my role.
I love it.
Wow, vibes. Congrats. You said you were living in New York while you were considering studying. Did you have a support system there, or is your support system here back in Jamaica? And how important is it for anybody? Because of course, most times when you do a master's program, you're all by yourself. How important is it to have a support system that walks with you, journeys along with you during the process?
Yeah, it is very important to have that support system, outside of yourself. I do have my very good friends here who they're very strict on me. So I would be outside and they're like, listen, girl,
Hey, come back in.
it's time
Come
to
back
go
in. Go
it's
on.
time to go inside. But I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the support really did come from people on the internet because if I was posting too much Instagram stories or TikTok, everybody's in the comments, Netania, you don't have assignments to do for the entire 2 years. They were really, really meeting on the internet, but it's because I have been so transparent about my journey from being accepted into NYU just to like go into classes. And I used to cry all the time, but everybody, in Jamaica on the internet and also my friends here were always there for me to, reel me in because one time my friends and I went on a trip to Puerto Rico and everybody is having a time singing karaoke and I'm on the beach doing my assignment. They're like,
Aw.
anyway, you still have this assignment due when you get back. So,
Remote work.
yeah.
So, boy,
It was-
Netania, that's beautiful because those are the type of followers I'm sure a lot of people would love to have. So, would you say that, boy, if it wasn't for that type of support and having people DM you and literally watching you because you were transparent, do you feel like you would have just thrown in the towel at some point because it had?
Absolutely not. I could have never done that. And it's only because I did this degree for myself. It was something that I always said I was going to do, my master's one. But I think as someone who don't necessarily have like the marketing background educationally, I did have the years of experience. And for me, it was just this personal goal to put it on paper where I feel, legitimate to myself, even though my years of experience does prove it. It was, something that I drove myself to do. So that even when I'm crying, going to bed at 3, 4 a.m., there was never a time where I said, I'm not going to do this anymore because I've already committed to myself. And it's like, if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So in one of the pictures we saw you wearing a bandana stole, right? Why is that so important? Is it representation? Here's a picture here. Why did you feel that it was so important to wear this stole? Is it representation, Jamaican culture? Make people know, say, yo, I have some bad. Yeah, man?
Yes, so honestly, my dad would really just create an uproar if he heard you say that. So I was not actually born in Jamaica. I was born elsewhere, but I was raised in Jamaica, and he thinks I should make that distinction very clear. I'm like, dang. Okay, but to me, growing up in Jamaica, I love Jamaican culture. It's something that is a part of me. I actually did one of my final presentations about the reason I'm even at NYU is because I'm Jamaican. It was really funny. But my professor really liked it. But I contribute or attribute a lot of who I am to my upbringing, and Jamaica is a central part of that. And so even the day before, I did wear a Jamaica flag as my stole, but the bandana was a little bit more personal because one, I am a very creative person, but I also love tradition. Tradition is something that I stay very true to. If I don't have to change it, I don't change it. And because I was wearing a white gown, I said, what better way to show up as a Jamaican than, wearing a bandana stole to replicate a traditional Jamaican wear. Just because, one, I'm creating history. Number two, it is tradition. And I think it's one of the loudest yet subtle ways that I can show that I'm Jamaican, even though I'm not outright wearing the flag. So it was very symbolic for me as a lover of history, as well as, somebody who is like very deeply rooted in Jamaica and Jamaican culture.
Nah, Miss Lou would be proud.
Yeah. Netania, thank you so much. We are proud of you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Keep doing it. And so quickly before you go, social media handles, because now your social media is a little bit different, but it's still very wonderful to watch you. What are your handles?
Yeah, so on Instagram, my handle is richbadnets, Nets, based on the Tommy Lee song, which I'm obsessed with. Shout out to Tommy Lee. And then on TikTok, it's a little bit different. It's called Nets Not Brooklyn because, Brooklyn Nets and I live in New York. But yeah, so that's me.
Yes, thank you so much, Netania.
A bit of the marketing.
Yeah, I tell you the marketing all out there. Yeah.
Before we let you go, we have a little surprise we'd like to share with you. Congratulations, again, on completing your program, your master's degree. That was a huge thing. You hear me? As I say, history.
I don't even know if she can see it. So
it's on the screen, so the whole of Jamaica
took the time and created this for you, okay? Right? We took energy and found these pictures just to say congratulations from us. So that's our little surprise, Netania.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for speaking with us. All right, soon come.